We are live, or should be live. Let's just refresh it before you do an intro. Click here to view the post. Yep, we should be live, but there's no visual. We should be live. It's here, but is it here on YouTube? Yes. Can we hear it? Let's just refresh it. Yes, we can.
We're live.
We are live. I'll keep it there just in case. So, welcome to the live. Well, it's not so live because we've made this unlisted so that it goes straight on YouTube with a private link, so that we don't then have to edit it. So this will be raw, uncut, and unfiltered. So let's talk tactics then. We're talking today about
We're going to welcome people. Hello and welcome to the Glasgow PT podcast.
No, that doesn't exist anymore.
Sorry, tell me what it's called again.
It's the Coaches podcast now.
Okay, but this is a joint one.
This is a joint one.
Both businesses.
Who knows? It might be the start of something. But yeah, today we're talking about the Glasgow PT Gym, and you might have saw Cheryl's page. She has announced that we're closing the Glasgow PT Gym after 2 very successful years. So yeah, it's a bittersweet moment, but we're going to give some context, one that is probably more justified than a Instagram post, because the gym's been amazing, so it deserves us to go into more depth. Don't get me wrong, we have went into more depth with our clients, but there's people who follow the gym and potentially might have been wanting to work with Cheryl in the gym. So let's just clear up our next steps, why we're doing it, and what the future holds.
Yeah, so first question, which I obviously covered this a wee bit in the post, but it's definitely good to just go into a bit more detail rather than just, we're thinking about getting a holiday home. There's a wee bit more to it than that, but that is basically the gist of it. We're closing the gym because our long-term goals have always been to get a holiday home, and that goal has just came closer than we ever thought was possible, which is why this is bittersweet, because it's obviously a good thing for us personally, but it's just sad that it has came earlier than planned. So we built a really, really good community in the gym and out with the gym. So it's sad, of course, but we are very happy and excited about it. Yep.
So let's talk about the gym. It's been 2.5 years, 2 and a bit years. Initially when we wanted to open the gym, we kind of were fast-tracked because I left Pure Gym, Cheryl qualified, we ran an online business that boomed. We were very, very present online, and then when the pandemic and stuff hit, the coaches and the personal trainers out there who were active online were the first ones to kind of sign up clients. Like, it was the only way you could work with people was online. So if you had enough trust in the marketplace, then people went to you. So people went to me very, very quickly, and it got to the point I couldn't handle the workload. So then Cheryl qualified during COVID as something to do, and then she realised that it's something that she wanted to do for a career. So who better to hire as a coach to come on board / business partner than somebody you live with. So Cheryl came on board. Initially it was like, right, let's build this online program up, and things moved quick. It was a case of, right, okay, what's the prospect of going back to Pure Gym? Is that something that I wanted to do? And the answer was no. We thought about getting a gym. We sat down, we mapped it out on the whiteboard, remember?
I do remember.
And it was a case of, right, what's the worst case scenario here with the gym? What's the best case scenario? And then before you know it, we are a couple of weeks later, we're down viewing units, and just like we did with our house, we picked the first unit that we saw.
Dove straight in.
Yep, dive
saw
straight
one
in.
Unit, didn't have to see another unit.
No.
Went straight for it, said yes. First day.
Aye, it's a bit like when you're like trying to buy a house and you go in and you see yourself sitting on the couch and you get too excited. But there's also a half and half where you get too excited, but you're also like, this could go here, this good opportunity. So before you know it, we got the gym. A big goal for me and Cheryl was always to just continue doing what the Glasgow PT was, which was leading the way in terms of body transformations and mind transformations. With Cheryl coming on board, that added a totally different dynamic to the business that I never thought it needed it. So it grew, and then one of the big things that I wanted, speaking for me, is for the Glasgow PT Gym, was to host events. I wanted the gym to be big enough that I could host events, whether it's, you know, for general pop clients, whether it's for Glasgow PT clients. Then eventually it was for coaches as well. That's the reason I wanted to open the gym. What was your big reason?
Well, it's tough because during lockdown I didn't even know if I wanted to be a PT until I done it. If people follow me, will know that I've always been into fitness. But I was 28 when I done my qualification. So it's not when I think back to it, but for me at the time I thought that was a bit late in the day to start a qualification. Now I can't believe I even thought that. I should have done it way earlier, but at that time I didn't actually think it was something that it was going to turn into a career for me. I still done my PT qualification through lockdown. I still had a wee bit in the back of my mind thinking, like, am I actually going to be a PT full time? I couldn't envision how it would work out. And then when you said that you thought about opening the gym, but we couldn't really do that without me being on board, it was just really perfect timing. But the reason that I wanted to open the gym was because I got a wee feel for what being a PT was like through lockdown. But actually, now that I think back to it, it's given me a really good insight into what being a full online coach is, because that's basically what we done during lockdown. It was obviously all online, so it's all we had. But I wanted to take that to like the next step, because online was great, but I wanted to get a feel for that in-person stuff, the in-person coaching, which has obviously been amazing. But yeah, it was mainly because you had such a big vision. I wanted to help you kind of get that and create that very quickly. That I learned I love being in the gym. I love being in that environment. It was mostly females, and I just loved doing the in-person stuff as well, which has now obviously changed a wee bit, but yeah. So I mean, things have moved quick. Like me and Cheryl initially sat down, and the gym idea was a 2 to 3 year project. Like we actually said that's the sort of time. Now at this point I had went from doing, before we opened the gym, I had went from doing like 40 hours of coaching on the gym floor to 20 hours, finishing at 12 every day, and then, you know, building my online business up. Then I kind of thought, right, there was still something missing. Like I had less hours on the gym floor, but there was still something just no clicking for me. And I'm like, I can't do any less than 20 surely. Like, but then obviously COVID hit, and all of a sudden you've opened a gym. So clearly I was playing small, or clearly I wasn't making decisions that I should have been making. And that's always hanged in my head, like, because I'll use that same mentality for future. Like, obviously there's a time and a place to make decisions, but I just felt that how can you wait for a pandemic to hit, then go from 40 hours to 20 hours to all of a sudden hiring you to then own your own gym. That kind of tells me that I probably should have made the move quicker. But anyway, it's good in life for sometimes your hand to be forced. So we went in the gym, we started with group coaching. We knew that one-to-one was never going to work as a model in terms of my experience, how long I've been doing it for. Like I said, I'd kind of reduced my hours and I still wasn't fully fulfilled. Like I just done so many hours on the gym floor, it was time to kind of stop. So without talking too much about business operations, we went in, Cheryl came in, we ran it until the point where we couldn't facilitate any more clients. So then we hired Robin, who came on board and worked for the company. It was our first time hiring someone fully employed. She came on board, brought in a new dynamic to the business. And then from there, it was just a case of, like, let's address the elephant in the room. I started helping coaches. Yeah, you took a massive step back from the gym. Massive step back.
I took a massive step back, not immediately, but after like 12 months, I started helping coaches, which was my real passion. That was my main passion. The proudest moment of my career has always been when we put that sign up. Right, that was the proudest moment of my career. But then, even when I was in there coaching a great group of clients with my sign up, my tune zone, you are there.
Yeah. There
was just something missing for me. It was great, loved it, but there was something missing. And there was a hunger in me for me to start something else for coaches. So has this played a role in how quick we're closing the gym? Probably. Yeah. It has played a part in it, but that part that it's played in it is ironically sped us up to finish it early.
Yeah.
So we have a great program called the Upgraded Coach, Top Table, and Upgrading 8 is two of the programs within that we we help coaches with. So it's been incredible. The growth's been something that I never thought was possible. That coupled with the fact that we've had multiple photo shoots in the gym. We had Saturday sessions, big conditioning sessions together. We've went through a couple of winters, a couple of summers, and
Events.
Events.
With coaches.
We ran charity events. We ran coaches events. I think four events we've ran in there, up to 50 people per event. We ran an online event, but we hosted it in there for the speakers.
We had a party for the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, we had an empty.
And
so we were just reflecting when we went, like, we've been reflecting for a while. We went on holiday and we were looking at it, and a big goal of me and Cheryl, like she said, was to buy a holiday home. So in order to do that, you need a certain amount of money and to be in a good financial position, and we got there a lot quicker than we want. A big thing that me and Cheryl always talk about is we don't want to be past it when we get this holiday home. Now, you can, I guess the term past it is relative to each individual, but we perceive the years between 30 and 50 to be the best years of your life. So we've got a hunger and a desire to just be in a very good place in those times. Now, does it come with risk? Of course it does. It came with risk when I took Cheryl on board. It came with risk when we took Robin on board. It came with risk when I hired Christian, Caitlin, Dean.
But it's usually always worked out.
It's usually always worked out, because
and if it doesn't, we'll find a way to make it work.
We'll find a way. Like,
just what we're like.
Again, I got lucky. Like, I know a couple of business coaches and coaches who have taken on success coaches and stuff. Thankfully, like, Cheryl coming on board to do check-ins, she sat beside me while I did the check-ins. She shadowed me, and then before you know it, a couple of weeks later, she's doing the majority of them. So we got not lucky, because we found some, like, both of us share the same passion for helping people.
Yeah, definitely. But we were in a very, very good position during lockdown. It was obviously horrific for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it was a massive, massive blessing in disguise for us. We moved house. We opened the gym. I qualified as a PT. And it allowed you to have more hours to then start focusing on, you bought time back to focus on the upgraded coach stuff, which at the time we never knew was going to be so big. But that, like you said before, that was your passion. Like, you could see that was what you were so much more driven towards that than you were PTing in the gym. And although that was a perfect setup in the gym, like you said, we were working together, we had a great clientele, we were full, we were busy, we had amazing sessions, but there was still that thing missing for you. But I was definitely fulfilled because it was so new to me. I was still learning. My very first PT session was with a group of 3 clients, and I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I had a qualification, but any PT that's listening to this will know that the qualification means absolutely nothing. It's just a bit of paper. You learn nothing on it. So I had no experience at all. So that was my first session. So I was still learning. I'm still learning. I'm still quite a new PT in my eyes. Like, a year and a half down the line, almost 2 years. But so I was still very fulfilled, but you definitely weren't.
Yeah.
And we noticed that maybe not quite quickly into it, but you definitely always knew that you had another passion, like from the get-go. And that never stopped us from opening the gym, because that was still always going to be on the agenda, but you did learn that it still never fulfilled that wee thing that you were missing.
Yeah, well, like, initially I'd created the programme, the Upgraded Coach, the very first instalment of it, and people bought it.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, okay. Because there's a big difference between asking a PT, can I come meet you for a coffee and you can help me with my business, and going, okay, it's X amount of money.
Yeah.
Because they run for the hills when they find it.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a big difference. And then when I realised that I could, and I wake up every day just with that desire to help, and like, again, like, for me, the epitome of personal training is being in your own gym with your own sign up in the wall in a business that you've built for so long, with your girlfriend at the time next to you, with your own music on, your own clothes on. You don't need to wear a uniform. You wear your own uniform if you want, and just good clients, like, fucking really, really good clients. A couple of them as well. Like, we do group training that's far superior to one-to-one, because one-to-one's just full of talking, to be honest. So that was the epitome, and I still felt something was missing. And that's not a slate any of that stuff. I had just done my time. It was 8 years. 8 years.
Exactly.
So that, coupled with the fact that I had this natural progression from moving from helping, and again, it's very similar stuff I'm helping people with. It's just business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's lack of confidence. It's, supporting someone. It's giving them accountability. It's demanding more from them and all that stuff.
But this is still new to you. This is still a new career path. Whereas when we opened the gym, you had still been a PT for 7 years at that point.
Yep.
So even though it was a new setting, it was our own gym, our own clothes, everything you've just said there, like you still were bored of talking about fat loss or how to, you know, stand in there counting reps. You were still bored of that, and you probably thought opening the gym would fix that. And it never, it's not as if you never enjoyed it, but you'd, like you said, you'd done your time. Enough was enough at that point.
Yeah, so that's the elephant in the room. The next thing was that it was always on the plan. Cheryl has spent time in the back building up our online product. Now, I was always apprehensive to help Cheryl with that because she hadn't done her time, right? Not that you can't just go online. Of course you can do whatever you want, right? Is there better ways to do it? Probably is. Probably spending time on the gym floor, building up the hours, because you get to know people a lot quicker. You get to know people's struggles and what makes them tick and what makes them stop ticking. So that's how I'd taught Cheryl a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. But then after that, it was time for her just to do what she wanted to do at her pace.
I think what had happened was we had opened the gym together. We were getting inquiries online, whether it be through you or me. We obviously became a team. So when people became online clients, they got me and you, and then very quickly just me. And then people started signing up online when they knew it was just me that was going to be doing their plans or check-ins and stuff. And very quickly I realised that I was still getting really good results with clients online. Mm-hmm. So then in my mind it became a wee bit of, right, okay, I've not done that many hours in the gym floor yet. I've only been like coaching properly for maybe 8 months to a year, but I'm still managing to get people world-class results online. And for those people that were signing up, that's all they wanted. They wanted a massive transformation, they wanted fat loss, whatever it may be. I was still able to get them that, whether or not I had all the systems in place to do that at the time. I probably never. I've built a really good kind of product now because I'm going fully online, but at that time, the Glasgow PT was a big name in the industry, obviously, because you had built that. And I basically learned from you, so I still was managing to help people online. Maybe threw in at the deep end a wee bit, but I think it just helped me massively just grow to where I am now, which is why I'm now going fully online.
Well, that's it. And like me and you have conversations every day about the clients, where they're at. And guys, you wouldn't believe this, but I could walk into our gym today and hold a conversation with 90% of our clients and I could know where they're at with our check-ins.
Yeah.
Because we've built really good services and systems for that. We had a client photo shoot not long ago and I knew where every single client was at, despite the fact I'm running another business and helping coaches. And that's purely because, well, I care about the clients, but second of all, it's because it's easy to look at a snapshot of what we've built inside the program, inside the Glasgow PT, to make that streamlined and systemised. So yeah, that was that. And then Cheryl's spent time building this online offer. The online offer's ready. It's great. It's better than my online offer was when I was doing online about 1.5 years ago.
He's going to say that because he helped me build it with his new fancy systems and trainings, but it is true.
But it is better, and you're going to see a video coming Friday. This is getting filmed Monday night, and you're going to see a video on Friday of a bit of a statement that Cheryl's making.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think.
So if we were to sum up why we're doing this, it's number one because it's always been in the plan. We've always wanted to get a holiday home, which has now came a lot sooner than we thought, which is amazing, of course. And number two is the fact that me and Chris own this gym together, so anytime we want to take time off together, it's so tough.
Yeah.
It's so tough to just book a holiday.
Honestly, like, yous watching and listening to this, I'm a businessman, right? I could fill that gym with a couple of coaches and have it run, and I could take some profit, but that's not personal training. People signed up for me, Cheryl, and we've built bonds and connections with people. Now, I could still, some of them could leave and I could fill it with other people. I could run ads. I could fill that gym tomorrow, right? But it's doing my clients and our clients a disservice, and we are all I'm checked out, so it wouldn't be morally right. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's exactly it. We could keep it open for a number of reasons and it would work, but it's like you said, like, we're the faces of this business.
Yep.
People sign up to the Glasgow PT for. Well, it was you and me at the beginning, then me, so if we're no longer there, it's not fair on the people signing up because of us. So, but yeah, just trying to take time off together, it's unfeasible, so it's tough to make it work, but it's the biggest thing is Chris obviously has massively lost his passion for PTing, and I'm ready to go fully online as well. I believe that I'm going to be a really good online coach if I do say so myself.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the main reasons of why. So other questions people had was, why Spain? Why are we looking at holiday homes in Spain?
Well, it's close. Spain has got really good healthcare, schools.
It's sunny all the time.
It's sunny. The time zone, like Alicante or wherever we're possibly going to be looking.
I'm not being funny, right? But like, you could go anywhere, and for the sun, there's loads of places we could go. But Spain's obviously a lot closer to home. But I know people say this all the time. I say it all the time. I know it's an obvious statement to make that when it's sunny, you're just a better person, a happier person. We say that a lot to each other. We don't have kids. We don't have any ties to Glasgow at all. Obviously, we've got families here and stuff. So we'll always be back here. We're not moving. A few people thought we were actually moving for good.
No.
We're not. It's a holiday home. So we'll always be back here. But why would you not want better for your life? If we're in a position that we can do that. So why would we not? For me, the biggest question is, why not? Why would we not do it if we're in a position to do so? We've not got any ties here. We've got a house here, but it's just a house. It's just brick and water. Both our businesses are going to be fully online. So why stay in a place that doesn't necessarily make us happy every single day?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, everybody gets more excited when there's a bit of sun. We've been multiple holidays. We're kind of at the point now where we just keep spending thousands of pounds every single year on different holidays. We just want somewhere, like, I want to wake up and log in, check in with clients, do a bit of work, go for a big walk, sunbathe, go in a pool, go to a coffee shop, and just absorb the sun.
Yeah.
And obviously,
a wee brown egg.
Yes. Any other questions?
People are wondering what's happening with Zeus when we go away.
All right.
I think
is that wee thing here?
4 people asked that question.
There's a wee key.
Oh, it's in my bag.
Well, Zeus he's not actually ours.
No, he's not.
Zeus is my mum's dog.
I mean, we say that he's absolutely shared custody. Like,
yeah, he's shared custody.
He is technically Chris's mum's dog.
So I bought her Zeus for Christmas.
Yeah, which you're not meant to do, are you? But
3 years ago.
Dogs aren't just for Christmas.
Yeah, well, they are because he's here. So,
3 years ago.
So it's my mum's dog, and we just take him. We just go down, pick him up. He stays the night. We take him back.
It's great. It's actually fantastic
because we don't have to get childcare or dog care. My ma just takes him back. So perfect scenario. Probably get him tomorrow night. I do miss him.
So yeah. So when we're away, Zeus will be here, but the idea is for us to have this home abroad as well as for our family. It's for them to use, and when we're not there, they can go use it whenever they want. And it's close enough that it's not like a pure long haul flight for people. They can just jump a flight, 2.5 hours, back home again. And Zeus will hopefully come over a couple of times if he can. Get my wee passport.
Get my wee passport. But for the first year, we'll probably. Can you hear that? It sounded like it echoed there. So for the first year, we'll probably go 4 weeks at a time and come back. And again, we also want to just have good quality time when we're here. I don't know about you listening to this, but you ever just feel like you're here all the time and you still don't have quality time with family and stuff? Whereas I feel if we're detached a bit from it to come back, then we'll spend quality time. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. That's it. Nothing major to report. It's just...
At the moment, where we're at now is we're going to Spain soon to view some properties.
2 weeks. So 2 weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks tomorrow, yeah. We're away for a week, and then we're just going to view some places. So we don't know when it will happen. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but it's in the process of at least taking that step towards it, which is important. So
yeah.
But I think that's literally all the questions people have. I think I kind of covered everything else that people would ask, but a lot of questions about the online coaching that will all become clear on Friday. I've got a wee video to release. I've already kind of spoke about it a bit, but something exciting coming on Friday, and I'll maybe do a wee Q&A about it then as well.
Yeah. Okay, doke. Right, thanks for watching. If you watched this far, you're,
Done well.
You maybe can't find